Have you ever wondered what happens in a house that has been abandoned for decades? What secrets lie within its walls? And what fate awaits those who dare to intrude? In a small town nestled by a dense, ancient forest, there stood a house that everyone avoided. The townsfolk whispered about it, calling it the cursed house. No one had lived there for years, and the stories about it were enough to chill anyone to the bone. One dark, moonless night, a thief named Marcus decided to break into the house. Desperation drove him. He had heard rumors of hidden treasures left behind by the previous owners. Marcus was a seasoned burglar, but even he felt a shiver down his spine as he approached the decaying structure. As he stepped into the overgrown yard, the crickets abruptly stopped chirping, and the air turned icy. The front door creaked open with an eerie groan, as if it had been waiting for him. Marcus swallowed his fear and stepped inside. The interior was just as haunting as the exterior. Dust-covered furniture, cobwebs hanging like tattered curtains, and the overwhelming smell of decay. The house felt alive, like it was watching him. He shook off the feeling and started searching for valuables. As he rummaged through drawers and cabinets, he heard faint whispers echoing through the halls. Just the wind, he told himself, though his heart pounded in his chest. He found a few old coins and trinkets, but nothing worth the risk he was taking. Suddenly, he heard footsteps upstairs. They were slow, deliberate, and growing closer. Marcus froze. No one was supposed to be here. He held his breath, straining to listen. The footsteps stopped at the top of the stairs. "Who's there?" he called out, his voice trembling. Silence. Marcus gathered his courage and crept up the staircase, each step creaking ominously. As he reached the landing, he saw a shadow dart into one of the rooms. His hands shook as he pushed open the door. The room was empty, but the air was thick with a sense of dread. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and an old, tattered diary lay open on a dusty desk. He picked it up and began to read. The entries told the story of a family who once lived there, plagued by mysterious and terrifying occurrences. The last entry spoke of a dark presence that had claimed the house as its own. A chill ran down Marcus's spine. He needed to leave, now. As he turned to flee, the door slammed shut. Panic surged through him. He pulled at the door, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, surrounding him, mocking him. The room grew colder, and a dark figure appeared in the corner, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Marcus backed away, his mind racing. The figure moved closer, its presence suffocating. He could feel its hatred, its hunger. The thief fell to his knees, pleading for mercy, but the figure was relentless. In a final act of desperation, Marcus hurled himself at the window, shattering the glass and tumbling into the night. He ran, not daring to look back, until he reached the safety of the town. The townsfolk found him the next morning, rambling incoherently about the cursed house and the evil within. He never recovered from the terror of that night, and the house remained abandoned, its dark secrets untouched. The story of Marcus and the haunted house became a legend, a cautionary tale for those who might be tempted by greed. The house still stands, waiting for its next victim, a silent reminder that some places are better left alone. What do you think happened to Marcus in that house? Have you ever experienced something unexplainable? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling tales.